Hi everyone, it's Happy Mail Queen. I hope everyone's having a great Friday. I'm doing a swap with Sophia, who is Sophiss09 on YouTube. And we agreed on doing a Valentine / friendship swap. And we're actually going to meet up tomorrow and have lunch and bring all our swap goodies. And I'm so excited. So I wanted to get this video uploaded so that I can give her all the things that I created for her tomorrow. What we had agreed upon was a Mussy Tussy Valentine card, and a mini album. And so I chose to use the authentic paper, and you guys have seen me create several projects with this, but this is the one that I decided to use. It's the Authentic Crush collection, and I used the 6x6, which is this one. I also used the kit that they offer, and I believe I got mine from your scrapbook supply, so I used that also and made her some little goodies. But the main thing was to swap a card, Mussy Tussy, and a mini album. So I'm going to share that with you guys today. Hopefully I can get this all in one video. So here's the first item. I made her a card, and she expressed how she loves the greeting farm. Sophia, if you guys remember from my earlier videos, she had won my giveaway when I achieved 200 plus subbies, I think is when I did my giveaway. So I was super excited about that. I think it was 250 plus. So she had won, excuse me, my giveaway, and that's how I got to know her. I had sent her a greeting farm stamp Christmas time, I believe it was, and she really loved the stamp. So anyway, she said she loves the greeting farm stamp, so that's why I used these images. This is let's see, Sweetie Bean, and she was from last year. And then this is Up Bean. So let me see if I can focus a little bit here. So I colored her with my Copic markers, and I wanted this this card to just be completely pink and red, pink, red, and white. So I didn't put too much other colors in there. I had colored her with my Copic markers. I paper pieced her little dress there with the authentic paper, and then I glittered her up basically. So I've never done pink hair before, so I really wanted to do that. So I put this trim up on top, and I don't remember where I got this trim. It's been in my stash. This is a Spellbinders die cut that I cut out, and it's one of their labels die. I also put Up Bean inside, and this is actually a shaker card, so sorry for the glare from the acetate, but it is a shaker card. So I did put some sequins and these heart-shaped confetti, which I had gotten from Hobby Lobby. So that's what I used on the inside. I paper pieced the balloon, again using the authentic paper. Her cap here is also paper pieced, and her dress, and then I Copic markered the rest of them and glittered it up with some stickles, with some Starburst stickles. Is it Starburst? I think that's it. Then I did just a small cluster of flowers here with the open roses from Wild Orchid Craft, and the little heart flat back pearl there that I got from Michael's, and then also some Wild Orchid Craft, what do you call it, leaves. The love I cut from the Lawn Fawn die, which I really, really love. So I'm kind of getting hooked on Lawn Fawn dies right now and the stamps. So really love that. And I did that in white just so that it would stand out. And let's see. This pink paper here is basil paper, and I just embossed it with an embossing folder that I got from Hobby Lobby that has hearts on it. And then it's an easel card, and on the inside I just matted it with authentic paper again. Used that same Spellbinders die here for the edges to give it a nice dainty look. And then this trim here that I think I got from Lavish Laces a while back, I think. Some flat back pearls from Wild Orchid Craft, and another cluster of flowers there. So super, super cute and simple. And this card measures, I think it's a 5.5 by 3 3/4, I believe. It's a very small card. Smaller than what I usually do. And then I made a Mussy Tessy, so we had agreed on making a Mussy Tessy. And this is my first one, you guys, so I really didn't know how to go about it. And then I saw a couple of tutorials, and I'm going to look for, you know, which tutorials. I watched like a couple of them. One was from Bona. Is it from Bona or Arlene? Oh my goodness. I think it was Arlene, My Butterfly Kisses 12. And then, oh, I better get that straight, huh? And then there was a couple of other people that I had seen them do a Mussy Tessy. But I did this using a 112 by 12 paper, and I used, which is this one here, the pink, which is from the Authentic collection. It's the pink with the scripts on it, and then the reverse side is actually this pretty teal with flowers, which I can show you on the inside. Let's see if I can do this with my camera. See that? So pretty, this paper. So it's not as sturdy as I wanted it to be, but I wanted both sides to show, so I didn't use another cardstock because otherwise it would cover the other side. So anyway, since I am going to hand deliver this to her, I won't, it's not going to be a problem to, I don't have to package it. So that worked out. So what I did was, after I had made my Mussy Tessy with the 12 by 12 paper, this part here I folded, and you can do that using Arlene's tutorial. She does show how she does it. And then this is a die cut, one of the journaling cards from the collection, and it says, "Be mine." I hope I'm focused here, you guys. And excuse me for my voice. I might sound a little nasally because I'm kind of getting over a sinus. I don't think it was a sinus infection, but I've just been having trouble with my sinuses. So anyway, I put on the top here. Okay, so after I had rolled the paper, I adhered this pretty lace, and it's kind of like a wide lace. I think it's only about 3 inches wide, so it's not very wide. So I adhered it over from top to bottom. As you can see here, this is all lace. And then I also did it on the other side. You can see it better here. This is how I did it. I didn't want to cover up the whole paper just because it has the scripts, and I really like that. So, originally I was going to just cover the whole thing with lace, but I wanted the scripts to show. So I decided to just do strips of lace. And then I used box pleated trim up here and down here. So this is 2 different pieces. And then I used this trim here, which is actually, this is a wider trim that I just cut it in half. It's this one right here. This trim here, I cut it in half. Beautiful trim that I got from downtown LA. And it has sequins and beads. You guys can see that? Has sequins and beads. So pretty. So I love that. I think I'm almost out of the trim. So I did that all around, and I even did the inside. As you can see here, I did the lace, and I think this is a lace that I got from Michael's, I think. I also put some flat back pearls to just kind of border the die cut here, my image, just to make it, you know, look just a nicer finish. I clustered my flowers here using Wild Orchid Craft flowers, so these are all Wild Orchid Craft. This is a bead spray that I got from downtown LA. The leaves here, these are die cuts that I cut from one of my my dies from, oh gosh, it was that store that I went to at the expo last year. I think it was last year. But anyway, it's a cut leaf, a die cut leaf. So I just put a few leaves here as well. And then here's the flat back heart pearls from Michael's. Another cluster of flowers down here. Kind of the same thing, I just used the same material. And then on the very bottom here, I used, again, box pleated trim, and this is a different trim here that I got from downtown LA, which has sequins as well and beads. And then I wanted to have a little dangle, and so this is what I decided to do. I just used some beads, and this is one of those acrylic baubles, I think, from Michael's. And then this is a bow trim that I cut. So I put one there and one on the other side, and just put a Swarovski crystal in the middle. And this bow was gifted to me by Kamika, so thank you, Kamika. And then I also used some seam binding to make a couple of bows behind the bow trim here. So that's all for my Mussy Tessy. So and then of course I put this so she can hang it. I put seam binding here as well. That's tucked in nicely. So this came out nice. It's bigger than what I intended to make. But that means I can, you know, load it up with goodies inside, and I do plan to put some stuff in there. So hopefully Sophia likes that. And then lastly, I had made her this mini album, and she liked the paper. You know, I asked her, we were trying to figure out what kind of paper I should use for our swap, and she said she did like the authentic paper. She liked the pinks and the blues and the vintage images, so that's why I went for this paper. So let me see if I can show you guys. So here's the front. Now, this paper, it's full of like really bright colors, reds and dark pinks and light pinks and blues. So I was really trying to make it very shabby and vintage, and I don't know, I just, it's very bright. So I did try to gesso and put a lot of laces just to tone down the color a little bit. So here I clustered some flowers. I used some cherry blossoms here, some white ones. This is a Prima rose, and the rest are Wild Orchid Craft flowers. Okay, again I used, I love that flat back heart there that I got from Michael's. I think I got that from Michael's. This frame here is from Michael's, and I gessoed it just to kind of make it more shabby. And I love this cute little image. This is my favorite image from the collection. I just think it's so sweet that these two little lovebirds here are under an umbrella. And I just added some gems. I didn't do anything else to the picture itself. And I thought about glossy accenting the inside. But I don't know, I kind of wanted to leave it matte. I don't know, I just decided not to. Usually I do. This trim here, down here, again, is that same trim that I use on my Mussy Tessy. Oh, I'm sorry, on my card, actually, that I think I got from Lavish Laces. It's either that or Wild Orchid Craft. This flat back pearl here that I, flat back pearl trim from Hobby Lobby that I've had in my stash for a while. Another cluster of flowers that I also just sewed. And I added a string of pearls just to kind of drape around. I used a couple of word beads here, and it says Sweet Friend. And another one of those bead sprays. And for the closure here, oh, and then I rolled this edge, the corner piece here, just to give it a more vintage look, and some more lace on the bottom of that. And for the closure, I actually used the Tim Holtz buckle, painted that in white. I wanted it to look very vintage. And then I used grunge board. Grunge board? Is that what it's called? Grunge paper? I haven't used this in so long. And so I don't know if you can see that, but I actually embossed the grunge paper, and also painted it white. And it did crack right here. But I thought, well, that's okay. You know, it kind of looks like cracked leather, and that's what I wanted it to look like. I wanted it to look like leather, like a leather closure. I didn't have any leather. So it's pretty thick, but it's nice and flat. But I still thought I needed the closure. And my spine, I would say, is about, I believe it's 2.5 inch thickness. I didn't want to make this album like crazy thick. So, you know, it was kind of hard to embellish a little bit because, you know, it was kind of limited. But I don't know. I just didn't want to make it a very big one, a very big album. This paper is so beautiful, so that's what I used for the spine. I used one of those Tim Holtz. Oh goodness, I'm out of time. Let me do a part 2, you guys. I'll see you in a bit.